One of my favorite TikToks to watch anymore is this girl who shoots a bow and arrow. And she can stand from this distance away and she can shoot this arrow and get it through some really tiny places like rings and straws and whatever. It's so cool to watch. I mean, the aim is so impressive. Now, why do I tell you this? As we're going through 1 Peter 5 minutes at a time, we've gotten to chapter 3, and we're going to be thinking about our conduct. This goes back to the idea of submission from a few weeks ago, but we need to be thinking about our conduct as we submit ourselves to one another. And what does that look like? What is the aim of our conduct as we submit ourselves to one another? And Peter has given us some examples, and now he's going to move on to this next example of wives. And I know this is a hot button topic, and I definitely appreciate that, but it's in here, so we're going to talk about it. But we're going to be thinking about the aim of our conduct, and specifically wives here. What are the right reasons? What are the right answers? What is the right conduct that women should have at all? So let's think about this. 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 1 through 6. Wives. That's how we know we're talking about wives. Likewise, be submissive to your own husbands, that even if some do not obey the word, they without a word may be won by the conduct of their wives, when they observe your chaste conduct accompanied by fear. Do not let your adornment be merely outward, arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on fine apparel. Rather, let it be the hidden person of the heart, with the incorruptible beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very precious in the sight of God. For in this manner, in former times, the holy women who trusted in God also adorned themselves, being submissive to their own husbands, as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters you are, if you do good and are not afraid with any terror. He's going to be talking about conduct here. Why does he want to have these wives have proper conduct? What is the aim? What are we shooting at here? Are we just supposed to have good conduct because it's the right thing to do? Or is there a deeper purpose for this? He does mention it. Did you catch it? Wives, likewise, be submissive to your own husbands, because he hates you and he doesn't want you to have a good time in this life. Is that why he's saying this? No, this is not why he's saying this. Wives, likewise, be submissive to your own husbands. Here's why. So that even if they do not obey the word, they without a word may be won by your conduct. Why should you have a proper conduct? What is your aim with your conduct? Well, if you have an unbelieving husband, the aim would be that he comes to know the Lord. That's interesting. As we conduct ourselves, and what are the lessons for the rest of us here? As we conduct ourselves on this planet as believers, and now I understand that he's specifically vocatively referring to wives. However, I will argue that this is important for the rest of us. We ought to be conducting ourselves on this planet in such a way that when other people see what we're doing, they can be won to Christ as a result of what we're doing. Is this why you conduct yourselves the way you do? You know, I'll give you a really kind of a bad, good example. If I'm at work and I get real mean, I get angry, I start yelling at somebody, and then somebody says, hey, tell me about your church. I feel about this big, because I know I'm not conducting myself properly. How am I going to win them to Jesus when I'm not conducting myself properly? Wives, what is your aim? Do you want to be demonstrating that you love the Lord? Do you want to be showing an unbelieving husband what it's like to be a believer? And he's going to tell some of the things that you can do, not adorning yourself with gold or fine apparel and these sorts of things. Be a hidden person of the heart. Let the beauty of the Lord shine through you. so you have proper aim.